Welcome back. Late night last night, as you can probably see. So yesterday, which was Thursday, I finished sorting out the electrical stuff, seam sealed underneath where the new battery tray has gone in, and then I painted the trims. Yeah, sorted out electricals, seam sealed the battery tray underneath, and then I painted the trims as well. I didn't bother filming it because it's just exactly the same as what I did with the bumper, so I'll let you have a look at them. So they're sitting waiting to go on, looking good. And Kev did paint that little bit on that goes in the grill as well, a little coloured bit. I did forget about that, but luckily he was painting something else, so we got that, or he got that done for me, which was appreciated. And there's a couple more over there and over there. So let's look in here. What do we need to do? So what we need to tackle now is the joyous joy of the headliner, but it shouldn't really be too much of a problem because we've done one now, so we know where all the screws and things are and how things come off, so it really shouldn't be too big a deal to do that. And new headliner sitting there ready to go on. And I do remember the vital thing that I got wrong last time, and that is that what we want to do is use the old one as a template and pre-drill the holes or pre-cut the holes, because that was a bit of a nightmare trying to do it when it was already in the car. And if you remember, the fabric was kind of hard to find where exactly things were meant to go, and the fabric was kind of getting stuck, and it was just a total pain. So I think I've thought of a better way of making the holes. That remains to be seen, but what I'm thinking is if I use a soldering iron just to make a nice quick hole, then it'll also be kind of hard around the edge. So I think that's going to be a better plan for just basically having a clean hole in the fabric. So we will try out and see. So it's looking good, looking more like a car again. I did put that side indicator on there. Still need to stick the other side on, and I put the rears on as well, so lights are all working. Haven't taken the masking off yet for the simple reason that I will give it a quick run over with the buff just before I put the trims back on, just to be sure that it's all good, because obviously it's a lot better to do it with the trims not on. So plan is get the headliner in, that'll be all good, run over it with the buff, and then stick all these trims back on, and I can stick everything else back on, the door handles, things like that, wipers, wiper arms and wiper blades, reconnect the washer jets. So basically, hopefully, it should all be built back up today, which would be awesome. And I'm gonna phone and book it in for an MOT. In fact, I'm gonna do that right now. It's actually pretty easy to remove the headliner in these Mark IIs, but easy when you know how, I guess. So obviously you need to take these handles off, you need to take this trim here off, you need to take the sun visors off, the interior light, the handle for the sunroof. This rear view mirror, it just pulls off. I think it pulls back. Yeah, there you go, it pulls back, so it just comes off like that. There's a little trim for it that's come off as well, so that's how that comes off. So same deal on the other side. You've got the wee bits in the middle, just the plastic popper type things, and obviously you need to take this panel off as well. I wasn't 100% sure how this little bit came off here, so I spent a while kind of looking for kind of screws and things, and because it moves you're like, oh, I don't want to break it, but it just pulls off. It's a bit tight, but I maybe need to do it with my right hand. But anyway, that just pulls straight off, so don't be shy about that. This little plastic cap for the seatbelt, that just pulls off, and then I think it's a 17mm nut, don't quote me, but there's a nut behind that anyway. Same with the rear handles here, and if we go around to the back, if you loosen these off here, these rear trays, you don't need to take much off to do that, just basically so you can get in there and take the plastic out, this plastic trim here. Obviously just undo the seat belts as well, same as the front. So, and the same on the other side. And I think that's about it. Yeah, there's a couple of plastic poppers in the back, trim plugs. So that's it. If I've forgotten anything, I'll tell you after I've done it, but that's basically what needs to come off. It's not complicated, and I mean, it should only really take about 20 minutes or something to undo anything, if that. So there you go. Oh, there's this panel here as well, but that just comes off once these trims on the side are off. So I'll time lapse it, but yeah, that's it. I'll let you know if there's anything I've forgotten, then I'll let you know at the end, but it's as simple as that. Alright, that's the headliner out, so that's good. It didn't take too long, and when I said it should only take about 20 minutes, don't hurry with it, because you're dealing with plastic that's pretty old and things like that. You don't want to break things because it can be pretty hard to find replacements, but the point is it doesn't take that long, so don't stress about it. So I'll let you have a look. So I deliberately peeled the fabric off very carefully. I'd recommend you do the same. And there's a new headliner, and it's kind of obvious what we're going to do. We're going to just stick that on there. It probably will make it a bit messy, but it's better that than to get anything in the wrong place. And yeah, I did include everything that you're meant to take off in the video, so that's good. Always handy to have these wee trays. So yeah, it's mainly just screws. So tools required, screwdriver. One of the little flatheads is good just for prising off the wee plastic trims. These bolts are 17mm for the seat belts, and these little ones here, these little kind of nuts, are 10mm, and there's 3 of them, or there should be 3 of them under here to undo this. Just be very careful when you're taking this plastic away, because obviously it's probably been there for 30 odd years unless somebody set it out, so you just need to kind of wiggle it gently from different corners to get it out. There's just a screw in there, and it's got kind of clips on it that clip in, so just gently wiggle it. Be really gentle when you're taking this bit down, the bit that comes across here, because it's quite flimsy and that'll break very easily. The other side there. But apart from that, I mean, That's the bits that you probably need to be most careful with. Apart from that, it's pretty straightforward. It's just pulling out screws, and the wee plastics on the front come out fairly easily. Again, just be careful when you're taking these plastic trims that go down here out, because they're kind of tucked in behind the seals a little bit, so just really take your time, be gentle with it so that you don't break anything. So that's that out. Gonna go and chuck that in the bin, tidy up a little bit. Totally great to have these little magnetic trays so you don't lose anything. So I'm gonna quickly tidy up, then we can lay out the fabric from the old one onto the new one, and we can have a go at making perfect size holes, which should make it pretty easy to put the new one in. And it wasn't that easy last time, as you can see from the videos of when I did it on the Blue Golf. Alright, I'll stop waffling, let's crack on. One more thing, I don't recommend taking off that seal, that inner seal, basically because it's a nightmare to get it back on. So unless you've got a new one, or want to buy a new one, I think you can find a new one, just leave it, because you don't really need to take it off, and you'll see me fighting for ages with it, probably hours, in the video on the blue one. So another bit of advice. That's it pretty much lined up. It's quite easy to check, obviously, just feeling that the holes are roughly in the same place, and as I'm making each hole in this, I will just check that I'm in the right kind of area. Yeah, see, this is a problem, the holes aren't proper holes always in the fiberglass, so if you put it up and then try and make the holes, it can be a bit of a nightmare. So that's it. That's it pretty good, I think. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out these bits. Unfortunately, they don't come with the hole for the sunroof cut out. What I did last time when I did it was I cut it out and then glued it to the back of the backing board, the fiberglass. I'm not going to do that this time, and you'll see why. And obviously I need to cut out that bit there. It does come with fabric for recovering the sunroof and also recovering the wee console that goes there that the interior light goes onto, and also the winder for the sunroof. Sorry, my brain's going very slow today. So basically I'm not doing either of that this time. I'll show you what I'm going to do, but right now let's crack on and we'll cut these bits out, and I'm just going to use a soldering iron, I think, to try that, to see if that will help just to make nice sharp holes. We shall see. thanks for watching this episode. I hope you're enjoying it. If you are, hit subscribe, hit thumbs up. So one of the viewers was asking about the texture paint, and I think I've maybe seen the video on the one I did in the bumpers, but it was maybe going to be helpful just to do one in real time. So I've done that, so I'll let you have a look.